Quran came from 100 years to until now, didn't change one word.
Is that the
But
case?
you guys change the every year New Testament.
Right.
How you can believe that is truth? Where is the original?
Please help me out. Please help me out.
Let
So
me
you
finish.
believe?
Let me finish.
Okay, finish.
I will talk to you. No
Yeah,
problem.
sure. Go on.
He want to say our book from 100 years ago to until now, they didn't change any word. Go to any country all over the world, wherever you find the Quran is the same. Translation is the same, and that is the truth. Other books, any country you can go, they have New Testament every year, new book changed, written by the people who born now. No one live more than
This is nice.
150
This is
years
really
ago.
nice. This is really nice.
More than
You're making.
150 years
No, one
ago.
second. One second. You need
Where
this.
they get this new
You're not listening, are you?
information? No, I will listen you.
When?
Let me finish. No,
When
Have
it's
to
not
5
finished.
I
minutes.
will listen and
It's
go.
not finished.
You
Don't worry.
mention about the Quran.
I
Focus on the
respect you more
Quran.
than myself.
Focus on the Quran right now.
That's something
You're-
to
yeah,
say.
No, no,
No,
you're
hold
now
on,
moving.
when
I'm
it's
on the
finished.
Quran still.
Focus on
Okay.
the Quran. So
Okay.
you are saying
When he's
Quran.
finished.
No, let's.
It's not
No,
finished.
don't worry, don't worry. Don't worry.
Okay, okay.
So you are saying Quran, right from the point of origin of the Quran till today, has not changed.
No,
is what
no
you're saying.
one word, even one dot.
Yeah.
Is what you're saying.
Yes,
Now,
no saying, 100% I'm saying.
You can prove
and I
it.
prove that.
good. So you need to now
any
let me.
country,
You
any
need to.
Quran.
You need to now let me speak. Good, good, good. So now I'd like to understand if you know the origin of the Quran. So do you believe that the early Muslims memorized the Quran? Do you believe in that?
Yes,
All of them memorize the Quran. Many of them memorize the Quran.
many, many.
Good. How many roughly?
400.
400
Wasn't
memorize the
that
Quran.
right? You can say
Muhammad, peace be upon
Sahaba
him.
Ikram, who was listening Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, when that come from Allah, he tell them to write, read, and save every single word.
Good.
Ancient Jibril alayhi salam stay by Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam until he recognized it 100%.
Sure.
Yes.
And if he
Good, good. Then
recognized
this is the important.
And then every Ramadan he checked the Quran.
Good.
Over Prophet.
Thank you. So according to you, 400 people had memorized the Quran. Now
Now more millions.
I'm not asking about now. I'm asking about at that time. Now,
Yes.
I'd like to know now evidence.
Yes.
Let me know based on what evidence you are going to suggest to me that 400 people had memorized the Quran. What's the evidence?
Very good question. Listen, no answer. Don't talk when I give you the answer. I want you to ask this question. When angel came, Quran was nazul to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. God forbid if Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam at the moment he was sitting in Makkah or Medina, when he come, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Muslim was listening. He tell them every single word, and they memorize and they save every single word. And later on, what the brother said, every Ramadan and every pray, they recite that Quran. Quran didn't nazul in a one day. It came step by step and saved everyone.
Sorry,
From
no,
that
I
time-
haven't got much time. No, I'm you need to, no, wait, no. You know, wait,
Now
Did you even listen to my question?
Yes.
I use the term evidence.
Yes.
I'm not asking you to repeat assertions.
Yes, evidence.
Evidence. What is the
I
evidence?
give you evidence.
Like what?
Pick the Quran from all over the world, 144 countries, you will find the same
That is-
Quran. No one word
Yeah.
change.
I'm sorry, brother.
Oh, no, don't be sorry, don't be sorry.
If I
If
pick
you
your
can't hear
box,
properly,
you want the
you
evidence.
should be sorry about yourself. No, wait.
It is
No,
the same like the evidence
Excuse me,
since
excuse me.
200 years
Excuse
ago.
me,
No,
sir.
no.
Excuse me. You seem to have a simple comprehension problem. Listen to my question again.
Repeat
The
again. I
question,
listen that you don't understand the answer.
well,
Okay,
your
ask
answer
again.
clearly has no relevance to the question I
It
asked.
is relevant.
Listen to me again. Let's see if your answer had a relevance to what I asked. I asked you how many had memorized the Quran. I didn't ask you if there are millions of Qurans today. I didn't ask you what the state of the Quran today is and so on. And that wasn't my question. Today is not in my mind at all right now. My concern is back then, during Muhammad's time, you suggested there were 400 people who had memorized the Quran. You suggested
Who
that.
said? I didn't say 400 words.
Okay, what, did you not say that?
I said
I
how
said
many
Okay, you
people
said
were
400.
sitting
Okay,
there
how many?
around him,
That's
Sahaba
fine.
Ikram,
Okay,
all remember
fine.
I said-
Okay, you said okay, anyway, that's fine. Some people had memorized the Quran. My question to you is simple. Do you know of any evidence to back that belief statement?
Yes.
Yes.
What is the evidence? Don't tell me about Quranic manuscripts today. Don't talk about manuscripts today.
Evidence.
Don't tell me about fancy stories again. Give me the names of evidence.
That's evidence I'm given to you.
Repeating
From
the same
Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam was alive and Quran was Nazul. From that time to until now, no
Do you
one
study
word
here?
change.
You study
Your
here.
books have New
You
Testament,
understand the
new
word
everything.
evidence? What he is talking about, does that sound like evidence to you? Clearly, listen to your. Now, excuse me, sir. I don't know what you do for a living, sir. I don't know how. So, my simple point is, you simply do not even know what I am talking about. This is a shame.
I
Because
understand.
no,
For you it's a shame.
no.
For me it's a proud. Because I'm
Well,
Muslim
if
and
you,
I
this
follow
is
the
the
Quran.
problem. No, wait a second. The problem we are dealing with. No, wait. Please don't touch me. Please, no. No, please. The problem. No, not in a demeaning manner. It's an English expression. I know in different cultures it's used in different way. It's not shameful. I didn't mean shameful. I just mean
you
it's.
said shameful.
You should say apologize. for
You
them.
said shameful.
Sorry, sir. I think you didn't understand. I think you didn't understand the context of. That's fine. Now, my simple point is this: evidence needs to inform beliefs. When evidence doesn't inform belief, what you have is a blind belief. If many people go by blind beliefs that they have, the world would be a horrible place to live in. Because one guy, you see, one guy would say Allahu Akbar from somewhere, another guy would say Ram is God from another place, and another place there is no God, and all sorts of slogans would come out. And people will hate each other. Now, we don't want that.
I don't hate anyone.
I'm not saying you
Islam
hate.
don't say
Excuse
hate
me, sir.
anyone.
I'm not saying you hate. I'm just saying we may end up, different people may hate each other. Now, that is where what we care about is not blind belief. You as a human being, him as a human being, me as a human being, and all human beings, we share our shared existence. Reality we share. So we agree. For example, if you ask me, I could say the gentleman here who's talking to me has a jacket on him. He has a scarf on him, which is maybe two-colored one, and whatever else. We can agree on certain things which we share on experience, shared experience. Shared experience will help us come to informed conclusions. And that is where I'd like to go to. I am a Christian. If I stand here and say, oh, you are a Muslim, therefore you must be stupid or whatever, it won't work. You see, and that is where I'd like to talk about evidence.
The evidence.
And one. And the evidence I'm going to ask you again is, I know how many ever Muslims across the world there are, most of them, if not all, believe in the Islamic claim that many people had memorized the Quran during the time of Muhammad. This is a belief statement. I know it because I wait. Because I've researched this. Now I'd like to know.
That's an actual fact.
That is a good. That's good. That's good.
not a belief.
It's a fact according to him. You know when belief. You know when claims. You know when claims.
Here's his cameras. Yeah. This guy is a liar.
You know when claims believe.
No. He's going to know.
If you are unhappy, sir, you can move
I
on.
recommend to you.
You can ask.
you Christian.
If you are unhappy, sir, you can. If you need to take a pee break, this way, please.
Yes, this is a liar.
Now I'm asking you. No. One second. That young gentleman. Please don't touch me.
No, I'm not.
Please
You
don't.
Christian?
There he
Please.
goes.
You
There he
Christian?
goes.
Now, please.
1 second, you
When he
Christian?
gets
No,
challenged,
sorry.
once he gets
Claims.
he
Yes, sir.
can't handle
Claims.
it. Yeah, he can't.
Yes,
Claims.
sir. You
One
answer me.
second.
You Christian?
You can't
Yes, I am.
handle it.
Oh, 1 second. He said yes, sir.
Claims.
You circumcised?
One second.
Yes, sir. No.
No.
Ask
Claims
No.
become facts
Yes, sir.
only when they are
Brother.
backed up with evidence.
And you have
When claims are not backed up by facts,
Yes.
they are not,
you
sorry,
Christian?
not backed up by evidence, they cannot be facts.
What do you mean?
They can only be
Brother.
belief statements,
You Christian?
and in this case
Ask
they
me.
would be blind belief
Just
statements.
brother.
Now, I asked the gentleman earlier,
Okay,
and I'll
wait,
give him
wait,
another
wait.
chance.
Just one.
Do you have any evidence
Okay.
to back up your belief statement
Yeah.
that there were many
Yes.
people
Yes.
who had, I'm speaking
Yes.
to him, sir.
He's going to give
No,
the
that-
same
that-
answer. Yes.
Giving answer, but
Do
you
you have,
talk now.
please
I got
present
my
to
hand
me,
in cameras.
please present to me the evidence, please
He will
present to
listen.
me,
I don't let him talk now. Okay. Yes. complete.
please present to me the evidence that you use, that you use,
One second.
that you use.
Memorizing the Quran.
One second.
Well, you can beat people up to do that today. Now, my concern isn't, excuse me, sir.
This man,
Okay,
this man,
evidence, sir. Have you got any evidence?
Yes,
Yes, what is the evidence?
the man that
Please.
he's memorizing the Quran from.
What evidence
we
have you got?
his name. The man that man memorized his Quran
You,
from.
sir.
has
What
his
evidence?
name. And it goes
Ignore
all
him,
the way
ignore
back.
him. Ignore him. No, you see, that's all he has to say. Evidence, yes.
Give me. You are
That's
giving
No,
the
this
evidence
is fine.
you told.
This is
The
fine.
evidence.
Okay. Evidence.
It's called
I'm giving.
Isnam.
He thinks you are ashamed. Please stay here. Thank you.
He doesn't
What's
think
the
that.
evidence?
I'm giving
He
answer.
doesn't
He is
become
speaking. He is
ashamed.
speaking. What's the evidence?
Stop
I'm
lying.
giving answer.
Stop
What's
twisting
the
words.
evidence?
This guy is a liar.
Thank you. Please move on.
guy-
I'm asking you. What's the evidence?
Stay right here.
No, he didn't give my answer.
Let the gentleman speak,
Okay,
please.
you don't need to talk now. Let
Good.
me complete.
Evidence, yeah.
Yeah, be
Evidence. You are going hundreds years back asking me give evidence that time. I'm giving you evidence. 145 Muslim children who remember the Quran. Let me finish now.
Go on.
Yes. Bring here different country. Quran is from the different country.
Well, I'm asking you, are there
You
horses?
didn't let me finish. I'm going to give you
Well, you've
answer.
said the same
You
thing
talked
earlier.
20 minutes.
Okay,
Just
go on.
Talk,
I'll give you.
talk.
Yeah, please.
Don't listen.
I'd like to see if this
Yes.
is. Yeah, please.
154 children will read the same Quran.
This is your problem, you know
One
less.
second. No one word will be different than each other. If you bring your children, everyone will talk differently because they have a New Testaments. Every year, new person write a book, your book, where he get the information
from God.
and they talk. They changed everything. Our book from Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam to until now 2023, every single word, every country, every place is the same.
It's not moving closer to the question I asked.
Listen.
The simple question is, I do know that there are millions of Muslims across the
Are you
planet,
Christian?
and most of them have belief statements.
You're not Christian.
One of the belief
Are you
statements
Christian?
is that during
Are
the
you Christian?
time of
Why change
Muhammad,
the-
people had memorized the Quran. That is a belief statement. I understand.
You're Christian.
I want to know
Answer
if the
me.
belief statement
No.
can be backed up by evidence. I'm asking the guy for evidence. Evidence for the claim that the Quran was memorized by many people
Yeah.
during the time of Muhammad.
Yeah.
I gave him 2 minutes, 3 minutes. I gave him 2 chances,
Yeah, no,
3
no.
chances.
You don't
We are
listen.
not
Don't listen.
yet
No.
talking about
Are you
evidence. All that I'm hearing
Are you Christian?
is that
Are you Christian?
among the Muslim population there has been child abuse, where children are being brainwashed to follow things which are not backed by evidence.
Are you Christian?
This is what we call brainwashing. And when you brainwash little children, it is not alone brainwashing, it is also child abuse. Muslims are abusing their children.
You answer the question.
Okay, let the lady
Answer the
speak.
question.
Excuse me, sir, let the lady
My
speak.
question. No.
Please come here.
No, you give my
You're
question.
being desperate right now, sir.
Listen. Are you Christian?
I gave you
Are you
enough chance,
Christian?
sir. I've answered your question already, sir.
You
Evidence!
Are you
Prove
circumcised?
to me, my dear Muslim friends,
circumcised?
prove to me that Islam is a religion based on evidence.
Don't understand
If
the
you
point.
cannot provide evidence, I will only be more and more convinced that Islam is a classical example of worldwide brainwashing. That's exactly what it is. So, further,
Are you circumcised? Are you circumcised?
Did you see his concern?
Are you circumcised?
I'm asking about serious issues in life. He is concerned about silly little things. Did you see that? He is focused on whether he is going to pee right now or not. That is what he is focused on. I'm talking about serious things, sir. If you're thinking about nasty things, please move away. Thank you. Let us come back to the many Muslims who are here right now. For the many Muslims, please change my mind. Please change my mind. Habibi, please listen to the gentleman. Habibi, this man doesn't like Islam. Yes, go on, sir. What else have you got? While I'm asking for evidence, instead of coming here and doing your canvassing and taking people away, you could do something else which is much simpler, which is to give me the evidence and I will stop. Give me the evidence and that is the best way to stop me. Let me ask the question again to all the Muslims. Good man, please come here. I know for a fact that many Muslims across the planet today. No, let me finish. I know for a fact that many Muslims across the planet today have various belief statements. One of which is the claim that many Muslims during the time of Muhammad had memorized the Quran. I'd like to know what is the evidence to back that claim up by. Have you got any? Well, I am asking you a question. What evidence do you believe in the claim? Hey, what's going on? This is the comedy act. Except this is the gentleman who was ranked last in the comedy club screening attempt. He couldn't. Now coming to you, sir. Okay, now let me ask, do you believe that there were many people during the time of Muhammad who had memorized the Quran by heart? Good, that's my evidence. You believe, and if I could ask, how many Muslims here believe that many Muslims during the time of Muhammad had memorized the Quran?
What is the point of your statement? What is the point?
I'd like to find out if this is a fictional belief, fantasy idea, as per brainwashing, or if this is a fact. Wait, a claim becomes a fact only when backed up by evidence. What is your evidence to suggest many had memorized? All right. So far, I challenged you.
You don't listen.
So far, I challenged you in asking if you have evidence.
Become part of the circus.
Yes.
So then, asking questions is becoming part of a circus to a Muslim bloke. You know why? Because intelligence in Islamic world is only found in circuses. That's what happens. He calls asking questions and trying to find out an answer as a circus. Do you agree with him, sir? Is asking a question a good thing?
Yes.
Good. He thinks that's a circus. Why would that be?
I think you interpret him wrong.
Well, he seems to come here and suggest that this is a circus. All right, you don't want to talk, that's fine, you can move on. Islam makes people hate others.
No.
Why did he call me a demon now?
It's between you two personally. It's nothing
No.
to do with Islam.
Why did he call me a
nothing
demon?
to do with Islam.
Any particular reason why he called me a demon?
I don't know. You can go ask him.
I don't. No. Stay close, please. All right. Okay. If you can't speak a few words without swearing, stay away. Thank you. So, did you find what happened? Good. So let me talk about the next phase in that topic, please. I have evidence to suggest. I have evidence even from the Islamic sources to suggest that there weren't people who had memorized all of the Quran during the time. One second.
Why do you only challenge Islam? Why is it only Islam?
Well,
what about everyone else? Why is it just
very good
Islam?
question.
Yeah.
Very good question. Please take a look at people around here.
Yeah.
Please take a look.
I'm looking, yeah.
Yeah, I am a Christian. Apart from Christians, what other people group? That's good. That's good. Apart from Christians, looking around, who do you think? What religion do you think is represented most here? What do you
What,
think?
in this park?
In the park right now, speakers corner.
Yeah, I
Huh?
can see Muslims and Christians.
Good. Yeah. Apart from Christians.
Yeah, Muslims.
Good. And that's why my focus is on Islam at the park.
Good answer.
Okay.
I like the answer.
Good. So, unfortunately, Islam doesn't allow these kinds of debates in Saudi Arabia, do
Nothing
they?
to do with Islam.
No, no, no. Let me.
It's nothing to do with Islam.
No, don't answer
It's
before
about
I
the
finish
people
my
you're
question.
dealing with. It's
Don't
about the people
answer.
you're dealing with.
Don't answer before I finish a question. Unfortunately, you cannot have these debates in Mecca, can you?
Why would you have a debate in Mecca? Why
Well-
everyone who goes to Mecca believes in Islam, so what is there to debate?
No, 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 no. Wait. Everyone who goes to Mecca believes in Islam, or is it only who believe in Islam are allowed to go to Mecca? Which way is it?
You know the rules.
Which way is it?
You know the rules.
But which way is it? Which way is it?
Ask the question again.
You seem to think that everyone who goes there are only Muslims. I'm asking you, is that a better representation of reality, or is it the case that only Muslims are allowed to go in to Mecca?
Only Muslims are allowed to go into Mecca.
That's a very good point.
Yeah.
In other
Yeah,
words,
only Muslims.
in other words, that is an indication of preventing any other conversation already. Exclusion of conversation
You want
already.
to have a debate in Mecca?
Well, why not? If we can speak about Islam, or if we can speak about Christianity in the UK, why can't you speak about Islam in Mecca? Why not?
Because that's what we pray.
Why not? I'm asking you.
That's what we
In the UK, we allow everyone to challenge everything. Historically, even when in the UK there were majority Christians, you can still challenge Christianity, couldn't you?
Yeah.
But Islam doesn't allow that challenge. Why is that the
You're
case?
challenging us right now.
In the UK,
So what's your problem?
Mecca doesn't allow that. Why is that?
Forget about Mecca.
Well, I don't want to forget about Mecca.
Anywhere
When you
else
pray,
can.
did you pray today?
Yes.
Which way do you face to pray?
I pray. I talk to God every day.
No.
Direct.
Which
I
way?
pray to
Please
God.
answer my question. Don't
Mecca.
beat around towards Mecca.
Yeah.
So when there are millions of people around me who face towards Mecca, don't tell me forget about Mecca. I am very much interested about Mecca because there are people like
When
you.
it comes to debating, when it comes to challenging Islam, forget about doing it in Mecca
Excuse me, sir. Why not?
because that's a place of worship.
So, okay, let me put it this way. In Islam, so there are a number of, no wait, there are a number of Islamic, wait. There are a number of Islamic countries in the world. So you asked me to forget about Mecca, okay, that's fine, let me forget about Mecca.
If you want to challenge
Is there any other Islamic nation where you can stand openly and challenge Islam and survive? Anywhere? London. He seems to think London is Islamic. Can you believe what is going on here? Islam simply, my dear friend, does not allow people to think. This is the reality. Islam does not want people to think.
Anyone.
Please don't move away. My dear friend, please don't move away. Islam does not allow people to think.
Any color.
It's a fact. What are you talking about, sir? I'm talking about religion. Why are you talking about colors? Are you a racist, sir?
No, you are racist.
You seem to be a racist. Did I use the term color?
So Islam.
Excuse me, sir. No.
Everyone.
Did I talk about color right
Don't
now?
say you're calling about Mecca. Mecca is the beginning of the Islam.
Mecca is the beginning of Islam?
Oh, yes, you can talk.
Did Islam begin in Mecca? Was Adam in Mecca? Was Adam in Mecca? You're confused, aren't you? Have all sorts of confused ideas.
You can talk.
On the one hand, you say Mecca is the beginning of Islam, and on the other hand, you say Adam was a Muslim, and on the other hand, you say Jesus was a Muslim.
Yeah,
The most confused people group who haven't been sectioned so far in the world are Muslims, walking around with confusion. Plenty of confusion on an everyday basis.
No confusion in Islam.
This is why.
Doesn't Christianity teach you to respect other religions?
Well, no, wait. Doesn't the gentleman asked a good question? Does or does not Christianity teach me to respect other religions? The answer is simple. My Lord and God Jesus Christ has taught me to respect, and not alone respect, to even love people, not ideologies. Excuse me, sir, please stay quiet. You need to listen now. Ideologies we scrutinize, we challenge, because someone may have all sorts of weird ideas and walk around. They may say, I am the president of the United States, and walk around in the park today. And if he is not the real president, what do we say? We say he has lost his. Wouldn't we say that?
We say he's unruly.
Excuse me, sir, please come here if you want to face the challenge.
How long are you talking, bastard?
An Englishman who has converted, no answer.
About Islam, you don't
Please come here, sir. How many people memorize the Quran during the time of Muhammad? How many?
Ask him.
Do you know?
Ask him.
No,
He
but
knows
do you
more-
know?
He knows more about me.
He knows more than you.
We're the same. We're both Muslims. We're the same.
But do you know or not?
He knows.
Do you know or not?
do you know? Now millions, my son, half of the Quran.
You are in child abuse, sir. Excuse me, sir, we need to report you to the police. You are abusing your children.
Child abuse.
Forcing your children to follow things about which you haven't got evidence is child abuse, sir.
Not child abuse.
Excuse me, sir. It is not just that you are brainwashed, you also force your children to be brainwashed.
So when somebody memorizes
Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. Well, no, please come here. Let me repeat what I'm saying right now so you get it clearly, sir. Do you have evidence to back up the belief statements of Islam?
Which statement?
Okay, do you believe in the fact, in the claim that several people memorized the Quran during the time of Muhammad? Do you believe in that?
Yes.
Do you have evidence for that?
I don't have, but why is it relevant?
Good.
No. Why is it relevant? When now,
I'm answering.
now,
I'm answering.
millions.
I'm answering.
My son, half of
Excuse me.
Is there?
I'm answering.
Christian?
I'm answering. I'm answering. Excuse me, sir, please. Let your brother hear, please. Don't disturb your brother.
The Bible is the heart.
No.
Nobody.
Muslim, not only one.
Excuse me, sir. Listen to your brother, please. Okay.
Different countries.
We are having an intelligent conversation, please.
In the bin.
To you, sir.
No, let me ask you. No.
Please come here, sir. Please come here. Okay, from here. The point simply is. The point simply is, when you believe in something and cannot provide evidence, yet, well, let me finish. Excuse me, sir. Please wait for me.
Talk of now.
Please wait for me to finish. Please wait.
You're talking about
When you believe in things, yet cannot provide evidence to back up the belief,
I don't have the evidence. But they are
excuse me,
evidence.
sir, let me finish. Your belief statements,
But they are evidence.
the fact that you believe in them firmly.
You talk to people like Mansour, they know it.
Can I please speak?
You are speaking.
Would you please listen?
I'm listening.
You're not listening, you're rambling on.
You two are waffling.
Okay, listen to me and then respond.
I have responded to you. Why you are
Okay,
asking me?
that's fine. Go on. All right. So this is the challenge we have.
Now. I will prove it.
Now what?
How many Muslims memorize the Quran?
Okay, let me ask about now.
Yeah.
But answer, please. Okay. If you show me at 5 billion people who had memorized the Quran, how is that evidence that anyone memorized the Quran during the time of Muhammad? I'm talking about that you bring in today. So I'm assuming there's some relationship somewhere.
Are you murmuring Bible?
No.
Any Christian murmuring in the.
Do I look like a parrot?
No.
Do I look like a parrot?
Listen. I challenge you.
Do I look like a
I
parrot, sir?
challenge you.
Excuse me,
I
sir.
challenge you.
Excuse me, sir. You challenge. Go challenge someone else, sir.
challenge you.
I am a human being,
You are a human
an
being.
intelligent human being.
Okay.
I have been asked. Excuse me, sir.
Ask question.
I have been asked. Wait, please. You need to wait and listen. I have been asked to read, understand.
Million Muslim murmuring Quran.
Is that good news or bad news?
Good news, of course.
How?
Let me. How I tell you.
Millions of Muslims. Please come here.
Yeah, okay.
Millions of Muslims are memorizing the Quran.
Listen
How
to
is
my
that good
question.
news?
Okay, how good news? I will tell you. In the world, the Quran, if we put it on the ocean, okay, all the Bible, if you put it in the ocean, you can't write it again. This is my question.
No, you're right. You're right.
All right. If you put all the rubbish, Quran rubbish, in the ocean, he'll have million more who have memorized the rubbish. How does that help? How is that a good
Don't
news?
say rubbish. Wait.
Well, if you memorize something with no evidence to back up, what is that called? If you memorize something which cannot be backed up by evidence, what is that? Worse than rubbish. It is not even worth the paper it is written on. Is the frank reality, my dear friends.
There are a lot of millions of Muslims now that memorize the Quran.
How does that matter?
No, I'm asking
It
you,
only
do you
is
believe
evidence.
Or do you know?
It only is evidence for child abuse, like I told you before.
You,
You, sir, should learn to listen. This is the problem we are dealing with.
You will working in India.
You shouldn't touch me. I know you shouldn't touch me.
For the white man in India.
Me coming from India has no relevance to what we are talking about right now. You are clearly confused. We're not talking about that. I'm not asking you where you came from and so on.
For the white man.
Irrelevant. Okay, but do you see, my dear friend? So let's move on right now. Okay, now we have seen already for about an hour right now that Muslims do not have evidence to back up a simple claim that they have. No evidence, no positive evidence to substantiate that people memorize the Quran during the time of Muhammad. No, it's not just the fact that there is no positive evidence. Please come to me, sir. It's not just the fact that there is no positive evidence. I can show to you.
I've asked you questions.
I
You
can
never
show
answered
to
me.
I can show to you Islamic sources that give us the information that there was not even one person.
Let me see it.
No, yeah, exactly. There was not even one person who had memorized all of the Quran. It is a fantasy idea. Let's read. You need to come and help me, please. Read. I'm losing my voice.
No, don't give him chance. He's talking rubbish.
Be lying, fact check.
Yeah, even if you give him, that's why the brother is only.
So,
Who's going to read it, not me?
Sahih al-Bukhari 4986. This gives you, when you read, do you read Arabic or do you read English?
I read both.
You read both, okay. So you can read Arabic if you want, or for the sake of the audience here, you may choose to read only English.
No, I can't read. You read.
Okay, fine.
It's your research. It's your...
Okay, I'm going to read to you right now. Brother, waste of time, move away because questions are not good. He is a young man. If he thinks his brain may burn, you know. Excuse me, sir, if you use your brain, what will happen to your brain?
He's better than you.
What will happen?
Bible will lead you to the Quran.
Are you a bit confused or more confused? What's happening here? I'm asking questions. You can't answer. You seem to be a young man. You should be ashamed, my dear friend. If you cannot answer questions whilst you are young as you are, you should be ashamed. Because you are the kind of people who could go around do any sort of thing later on in your life. Really bad. Now, I'm going to read to you. Hello, my friend. How are you doing? I'm going to read to you Sahih al-Bukhari 4987.
What does it say?
4986. It gives details about how Abu Bakr, supposedly the first caliph, put together the Quran. I'm going to read the details. And what you would find is, when you read through the details, you would find there was not even one person who knew all of the Quran during his time. Not even one.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that.
Sahih al-Bukhari 4986.
Read it.
This is from your own sources. Narrated Zayd ibn Thabit. Abu Bakr as-Siddiq sent for me when the people of Yamama had been killed and found Umar ibn al-Khattab sitting with him. Abu Bakr then said to me, Umar has come to me and said, casualties were heavy among the Qur'an of the Quran on the day of the battle of Yamama. Plenty of casualties. And I'm afraid that more heavy casualties may take place among the Qur'an on other battlefields, whereby a large part of the Quran may be lost. So he's afraid that the Quran may be lost. And so he gives a project to Zayd bin Thabit that he shall put together the Quran. So I'm going to skip a few statements there and I'm going to go to the end as to how Zayd bin Thabit collected the Quran. Note carefully, if Zayd bin Thabit was able to go to one source
You don't have
to get all of
information about your own book. You are asking
Are you
question
confused,
about
sir?
Quran.
Are you confused, sir?
No, you are confused.
Don't stand in front of the sun for too
I gave you many
long.
answers. You have limited mind like chicken.
I'm reading.
So that's why you give egg, eat some food and finish. So the point, answer, you
All
don't
right.
understand. You keep talking rubbish one thing.
You seem like
You
an
are asking
intelligent man,
question from
but
the
now I
Quran,
understand
even your
it's
own
only a
book, you
thin
don't have
veneer
any
at the top.
information.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
I thought you were an intelligent person,
I
but
am.
I am now.
I am.
But
I give you
I am
all
now
answers.
convinced that that was only a thin veneer at the top.
Turn around somewhere.
Not much inside. Let me read to you how Zayd ibn Thabit put together the Quran. Abu Bakr kept on urging me to accept this idea until Allah opened my heart, opened my chest for what He had opened the chest of Abu Bakr and Umar. So I started looking for the Quran and collecting it from palm stalks, thin white stones, and also from the men who knew it by heart, till I found the last verse of Surah At-Tawbah with Abi Kuzaima al-Ansari, and I did not find it with anybody other than him. That verse is, and he goes on. The point simply is, he gives an example of at least one verse which was only with one guy, not anyone else. If you note the context carefully, to understand or to get all of the Quran, where did Zayd bin Thabit had to go to? Please listen. Listening is very harmful for you, sir. Your beard may not grow much if you listen. You should go away, please. I'm saying listening is going to do harm to you. So, point simply is, Zayd bin Thabit knew exactly where to go to collect all of the Quran, which is not to human beings who had memorized all of it. No. 4986.
problem is, I'm not a specialist on
The problem is you are not listening right now.
to be able to give you a good
Excuse me, sir. Specialists, we are talking about English. The English has information which you can read. You don't have to be a specialist to understand English. So, my dear friends, if you ask the question, how many had memorized the Quran during the time of Muhammad? The answer is all of the Quran memorized by none, according to your own later fantasy stories.
That's right.
Your later fantasy stories agree that Zayd bin Thabit could not go to any one source. The shame doesn't stop there. The shame is, we are told that Zayd bin Thabit was himself a scribe of the Quran. In other words, he needn't have gone to anyone. He should have known all of the Quran himself. If anyone had memorized the Quran, clearly he couldn't do it, and he couldn't go to any other one person to collect the Quran. He had to search through stones and this and that and everything else. And so, no wonder you ended up having so much rubbish in the Quran and not revelation from God.